Today I'm going to tell you 25 things you never knew about RollerCoaster Tycoon. This game is full of Easter eggs, secrets, all these awesome things to uncover while you're playing. And over the years, I've come up with 25 secrets, things that you probably never knew about the game. I'm going to tell you those right now. Before we start, if you don't mind, scroll down real quick and hit that like button on this video. It's actually one of the best ways that you can help support this video and push it out for more eyeballs to see. And hey, let's try to get to 500 likes again, like that other video. That was awesome. So go like the video real quick and let's get into it. 25 things you never knew about RollerCoaster Tycoon. Number 1, it's impossible for guests to drown in RollerCoaster Tycoon. Now you would think that, you put them in the water and the guest count drops, they disappear, and you killed them. Well, that's actually not true. If they disappear under the water, they will randomly appear back in your park somewhere else. Number 2, if you name a guest Cody W. in RollerCoaster Tycoon, they will immediately go up into the sky wherever they're at, and they will begin falling. Don't worry though, they won't get hurt. They'll land, jump with excitement, and continue on about their day. Number 3, RollerCoaster Tycoon has the best graphics of any game out today. Simply put, these graphics are the best, and no matter how far you zoom in, the picture is crystal clear always. Number 4, RollerCoaster Tycoon 5 is slated to be released in early 2023. This game has been long anticipated, and after a stunning release of RollerCoaster Tycoon World in 2015 or something, I'm sure we all can't wait to see what Atari does next, or whoever made it. Number 5, if you ever notice at any point that your park rating is above 600, that means your park is in bad shape and needs attention. Your park rating should never be above 600. It should be around the 0 to 100 range. So you've got big problems if your park rating is higher than 600. Number 6, roller coasters can't crash in OpenRCT 2, which is an open source version of RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. If you launch a roller coaster in the air, they just fly into the air forever and they never crash. Number 7, the maximum amount of guests that you can spawn in RollerCoaster Tycoon is 1 billion. Well, technically 999,999,999. It's been that way since the original game in 1999. Number 8, guests actually never use the toilets. They are only there for show. If you click on any guest, you'll actually know that they don't even have a bathroom meter like they have for Hunger and Thirst. You'll never see a guest actually walk into the bathroom because it's just there for display. Number 9, the merry-go-round is more thrilling than a roller coaster. Why do you think everybody puts these in very first? Because they're the best ride. Roller coasters are boring and slow and make everybody mad, but merry-go-rounds are awesome. Number 10, if you look closely enough, you'll notice that haunted houses can only be ridden by your handymen that work in your park. Guests will stand in line, but they'll never ever get on the ride. A handyman can walk right in, and if you're lucky enough, you'll see them come out of the exit path, and they'll throw their broom up into the sky from excitement. Number 11, RollerCoaster Tycoon was originally created by Marcel Voss in 1921. In that year, it was the number 1 game in the Amazon store. It sold about 25 million copies. Number 12, guests love to ride rides that crash. You can look at these guests here and you can tell how happy they are to be on this ride. It's been launched and who knows how far it's going to go and who knows when it's going to come down. The more rides that crash in your park, the better your park will be. Be careful about this one. Number 13, when a ride explodes in the game, there is a 1 out of 2 chance that your game will immediately crash. Explosions are so intense that they freeze up your entire PC and they're likely to crash it. That's kind of why it's called a crash, because it'll crash your computer. If it hasn't happened yet, you're lucky, and it's going to happen eventually. So you better make a backup of all your files. Number 14, every time you pop a balloon with your mouse in RollerCoaster Tycoon, Chris Sawyer gets money. Yes, he owns the royalties to balloons. And every single balloon that's popped, I did the math, and it comes to about $13.42 per balloon pop. So I'd be willing to bet he's pretty rich. Number 15, staff are just for show. They don't actually do anything. You'll actually notice that your paths will never get dirty, your rides will never break, nobody will ever vandalize anything, and guests are always happy and don't need entertainers. The only reason you hire staff is purely just for show. Number 16, don't use scenery. It makes guests super angry. This is going to be the quickest way to lose a park scenario. You have a bunch of gardens and trees and crap around. Trust me, it makes your guests all red-faced and angry, and it makes them not want to come to your park. They will leave, and you will become depressed. Number 17, the money that you make in RollerCoaster Tycoon is real money and can actually be deposited into your bank. All you got to do is go to the options menu and link it up with your bank, and every penny you make will be sent directly to your bank. You got to pay taxes on it though, so, keep that in mind. May want to put 20% aside. Number 18, longer queue lines make guests very happy, especially if you don't have entertainers or TVs. It's best to make long queue lines with no queue line TVs, and your guests will be very happy. You can also set your ride to have very low throughput, and that will make guests extra happy. Number 19, if you launch a roller coaster into space, you will automatically win any scenario. Super cool little Easter egg. I never knew it until I launched my first coaster in 2002, and I immediately won Forest Frontiers. So you should give it a try. Number 20, this is something I really wish they would update, but the maximum number of roller coasters you can put in your park is only 5. It makes no sense. They should easily be able to update this to where you can put a ton of coasters, but as of this time you can only do 5, so you'll have to put a bunch of flat rides in. Number 21, the Dinghy Slide originally was supposed to be called Spaghetti Noodles with Water. Right before the game came out, it was changed for some reason to Dinghy Slide, but I kind of like the original name a lot better. Number 22, the wider your path is, the better your park is. Trust me on this one. It will attract more guests to your park, so make sure you make your paths as wide as humanly possible. Number 23, when guests walk through fire, it will immediately satisfy all their needs and they'll be a completely happy guest again. Pretty cool little thing, huh? I never knew this until I dropped guests onto fire. Thought I was hurting them, but indeed I was making them happy. So, pretty cool little tip. Number 24, banking your coaster's turns is a sign of weakness and a lack of skill. Banking turns is pointless, and it doesn't really do anything to your ride. You need all straight turns, and you need to make sure your coaster takes those turns as fast as possible. It's pretty obvious when I look at your parks and I see rides that have banked turns. I mean, it's pretty pathetic. Number 25, RollerCoaster Tycoon World was recently voted best game in the entire RollerCoaster Tycoon franchise. It's a really great game, and there's a lot of great elements to it, and it works perfectly. There are no glitches and no bugs or anything like that. It is purely amazing. All right, so that last one, I was kidding about that one. RollerCoaster Tycoon World is a bad game. But the other 24 were real and verified and tested, and the top video game executives of the world have approved this video. So you can trust me. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to watch another video of mine, click over to this one next. This is how bad RollerCoaster Tycoon World really is. So this was like a video that I did, my first ever blind playthrough of the game, first time ever playing it, and you can really see how bad it is. So it's pretty funny, and go watch it because it's awesome. Bye!